everyone, and welcome to Working Forward with American Advertising Federation Inland Empire. I'm Jessica Katawi, president of the AAF Inland Empire chapter, and we have been interviewing local businesses, lots of people that are doing amazing work throughout the community and just overcoming this COVID crisis. So right now, I've got Ben Nakamura, the principal of John W. North High School in Riverside. Welcome, Ben.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you for being part of our segment. And so, Ben, tell us a little bit about your position as principal at North High School.
Okay, well, I've been principal for the last 3 years at John W. North High School. Prior to that, I was a middle school principal and also served as a principal for the juvenile court and community schools. So education is a passion for me, definitely a calling more than a profession or a job. So I get to serve a school of about 2,300 students, 3/4 of which qualify for free and reduced lunch. So that's usually how they categorize students as low income. It's a very diverse community. We celebrate the birth nations of our students at graduation, and that can range from 20 to 30 different flags that we hold up to represent the nations that our students were actually born in. So our school is very diverse. We're right next to UCR at the intersection of the 60 and the 215 freeways. So it's a great school, amazing location here on the east side of Riverside.
Yes, I actually went to North as well, so I know where North is. I love North, and I know that you guys are doing some really amazing things there. But let's start off with you telling us a little bit about how COVID-19 has impacted the school, which I know is lots of things have changed for you guys. So can we go into that just a little bit?
Yeah, so I mean, this is a first in our nation's history. There have been so many different tragedies and events that have happened in our country, and there has never been a time where schools have closed down across the entire nation, especially for such a length of time as this. So it's really thrown just us in this system of schooling kind of off our game because we're accustomed to the traditional brick and mortar classroom. And so areas that all schools have kind of been a little bit behind the 8 ball with technology. Those are really more pronounced now, right? It becomes more evident to us that some of our infrastructure with technology, even the accessibility and availability of internet, Wi-Fi, hotspots, things like that for students, those are areas that all of us in this educational system are realizing that we need to grow and do better in. So it's thrown everybody off. It's transformed completely how schooling is done right now.
And you're the principal of this school. Let's talk about when you got the call that you have to shut down this school and there's not going to be any school, and for how long you don't know. Tell me about that. How did that happen? Did you get a phone call?
Yeah, and as you know, things kind of came out in waves, right? Like it's tentative. This might be something where we're going to have to look at possibly closing down school, and then it was okay, it's going to be closed until April 30th, and then till the end of the school year, and then now. So it's really, we've been waiting because we work in conjunction with public health officials in our county superintendent, the governor, and the president. So a lot has been in limbo, but really there was a meeting that all administrators in our district were called to, and we had discussed, okay, we need to be ready in case we make the decision to close down. We haven't made that decision yet. And then the next morning, we all got an email that stated schools will be closed until April 30th. So my first response, like knee-jerk reaction, was my heart sank for our seniors.
Yes.
Because our seniors aren't going to be able to possibly have a graduation. And so that was the first thing, just went like to the seniors. That was the first thing I thought of. And that's really been, you've seen that all across the nation too, right?
Right. Yes. I've been seeing a lot of posts on social media talking about seniors, how they're going to miss out on their prom, on their graduation. Very sad situation for our seniors. They worked so hard all these years, and for something like COVID to come in and take it away, it's very hard. I'm sure it's hard on the parents, it's hard on the students, of course, and then on the faculty, you know, your teachers that have been working with these students for so long. Now, does North plan on hosting some type of special graduation once everything opens up? Have you guys, you know, been in talks about doing something of that sort?
Yeah, nonstop, just like 24/7, because the kids are always talking about them, the parents and stuff. And so we are going to do whatever type of graduation model we implement will be the same across the district. And I have a hunch that pretty much every high school in our county will do something similar. And so nothing is definitive yet, but the most likely is that all high schools will do a virtual graduation, which will be sometime around the when the regular graduation would have been, be the end of May for us, May 27th, May 28th. And we would have an opportunity for people to log in live on YouTube. And then the kids would create like a 15-second slide where they could put the layout of photos, maybe even like a little video clip, quotes and things like that.
I gotta say, that gave me the chills. I'm happy to hear that you guys are working on something like that. That gave me the chills because, you know, we all go through high school and we know how difficult it is, and to not have the opportunity to walk with your friends, with your class, that's so tough. But that's amazing that you guys are gonna set up this virtual graduation, and they also get to highlight themselves for 15 seconds. So they're putting these videos together and just sending them to you?
So they haven't done it yet because we had to get like approval from our school board. There was a school board meeting last night. We also have to just get the like final green light from our county superintendent, because Dr. Judy White would really like all high school graduations across the county to be similar. It doesn't mean that everyone has to be identical, but imagine like if we do something really innovative and then the high school down the street does nothing, like I don't think that's really fair, you know, to the students and families there.
Right.
So, but we would work with some third-party vendor to put those together. And then like as a principal, I have to like just check them, make sure everything's appropriate for school and things like that. But that's the direction that we're 99% going to go down.
That's amazing. That's a great way that you guys have overcome the COVID-19 and the obstacles that it's put in front of us. Now let's talk about online schooling. So I don't have kids. However, I've heard some stories about this online schooling, and, you know, a lot of teachers aren't familiar with Zoom, or, you know, so it's just really new for the students, for the teachers. Can you tell me about some of the obstacles that you're encountering with the online school?
Yeah, well, so everything that you kind of brought up, which is with the kids doing all of their schooling online is new, right? So most of our classes, students use Google Classroom. That's a really common tool that is used, and that has you know, everything in the Google suite with the Google Slides and the Hangout and the Meets and stuff like that. So people are pretty familiar with that, students and parents, but doing that every single day, posting up everything on there, having all the discussions, that's probably the biggest obstacle for both students and for teachers. And then parents, right? Because parents are kind of like the teachers right now, where they got to put their students on a schedule. And so you see all these funny memes out there about, you know, the teachers and a lot of kids getting suspended and detentions and stuff. So
You're
hopefully,
expelled.
and I hope through this that parents, you know, will have an increased appreciation for the work of teachers. Teachers work so hard and tirelessly, and parents are getting a little taste of that.
They're getting a little taste,
bit,
right? Yeah. Not easy.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, that's amazing. Another thing I wanted to highlight is that the way that you and I met was that you have set up a kind of like a food bank where anybody that has children 18 or younger can pull up to the front of the school, and you've got your volunteers, which I'm guessing is some of your staff, correct?
Yes.
And
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No. Yeah. Go ahead. Tell us more about that.
So the district actually had sponsored this kind of, meal distribution, which we're still doing. And so all of the students in our district, K through 12, would have the opportunity to get food. But we've opened it up to anybody 18 and younger can get food. And we're now doing it at all of the middle schools and then at some of the community centers throughout Riverside. Bobby Bonds is closest to us, and a couple other places that they're doing that. And then in addition to that, I've worked with our alumni association to get additional food, Stater Brothers gift cards, toiletries, and things out to families that are even more in need, especially now with people losing their jobs or not having just the mobility to go back and forth. Just today, some of our students that are homeless, I was able to give to them groceries and, toilet paper and water. And right before this meeting, I was actually dropping off at a home of some of our kids, some food and things. But that was from our alumni association. So I was really thankful for our community to rally around our kids.
That's amazing. I love it. Yes. And if you guys want to check out the interview I did with Ben, you can go to Jessica Q NV Media and check out that interview when we first met. And you're telling us a little bit about what you had going on. So thank you again for all that you guys are doing, the alumni, the students, the teachers, everybody. And last but not least, do you have a message that you would like to send out to our viewers, to the students, to parents? Any message?
Sure. So I'm going to do it in the form of a rap. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to.
Are you? No. By the way, he's a rapper, breakdancer, right? No, he's legit.
No.
Come on,
better at skateboarding.
Wrap it out.
No, it won't be. My message to everybody is that this crisis, this time of like an unexpected event, it really causes all of us to reset and reflect upon what's most valuable in life, right? And it's done the same for me. So my message to all of us is just, take that time to breathe and think about what's most important in this world. We have been so much just caught up in such a fast-paced lifestyle with technology sometimes has actually separated us from our friends and family. And so now is an opportunity to be further connected, to actually use the technology for what it was originally intended for. FaceTime, Zoom meetings, set up a Zoom meeting with your family, like a virtual family reunion and things like that. Do the virtual karaoke night or virtual parties and things. And I think this is a good opportunity for us just to really appreciate some of the things that we've taken for granted. I saw a father and a son out flying a kite like yesterday. And I thought that was really awesome. Like his son was high school age, you could totally tell, and they were recording it. And I thought, what a great bonding time. So my message to all of us is just reflect upon what's really important in this world. And that's our friends and our family, the people that love us most, and that we can do a lot with little. And the obstacles in life, we can see them as like challenges, or we can see them as opportunities to grow and become better, to become stronger, more thankful, more appreciative and empathetic. And so that's my hope, that's my prayer for all of us during this time of this pandemic.
What a beautiful message, Ben. I love that. Thank you so much. And thank you for taking time to be on our segment today. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this segment. Stay tuned for more segments to come. Also, if you'd like us to highlight your business, go ahead and send us a message, or you can hashtag working forward. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Time.
Okay, bye.